Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Bhala Girivarasa Gopi Jana Bhala Girivarasa Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarasa Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarasa Yashodanandana Ajana Yashodanandana Ajana Yamuna Gira Yamuna Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarasa Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarasa Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yashodanandana Vrajanandana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Jai Radha Govinda Radha Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Jaya Radha Shama Sundara Radha Shama Sundara Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladev Jaya Subhadra Jaya Gaurani Jai Gaurani Jai Gaurani Jai Jaya Gaurani Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Gaurani Hidai Go Shikana Pramanande Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Krishna Vishnu Prabhupada Sahityanam Prakasham Tiracha Vacharam Kirmashala Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavani Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanangana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanushate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam this morning, Canto 4, Chapter 8, Text 72. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Triratrante, triratrante, Kapita Badarashana, Atma Brite Anusharena, Masham Ninye Archayam Hari. Tiratrante, tiratrante, Kapita Badarashana, Atma Brite Anusarena, Archayam Hare. Tiratrante, tiratrante, Kapita Badarashana, Atma Brite Anusarena,
Tiratrante, tiratrante,
Tiratrante, tiratrante, Tiratrante, tiratrante, Mataji. Tiratrante, tiratrante, Atma Brite Anusarena. Word for word meaning? Three. Ratra ante. At the end of night. Three. Ratra ante. At the end of night. Kapita Badara. Fruits and berries. Ashana. Eating. Atma Vritti. Just to preserve the body. Anusharena. As it was necessary. Minimum. Masam. 1 month. Ninye. Passed away. Archayan. Worshipping. Harim. The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation. For the first month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only fruits and berries on every third day, only to keep his body and soul together. And in this way, he progressed in his worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody, please repeat. For the first month, Dhruva Maharaj ate only fruits and berries on every third day, only to keep his body and soul together. And in this way, he progressed in his worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. Kapita is a flower which is known in Indian vernacular as kayita. We do not find an English equivalent for the name of this flower, but its fruit is generally not accepted by human beings. It is eaten by monkeys in the forest. Dhruva Maharaj, however, accepted such fruits not for luxurious feasting, but just to keep his body and soul together. The body needs food, but a devotee should not accept foodstuff to satisfy the tongue in sense gratification. It is recommended in Bhagavad Gita that one should accept as much food as necessary to keep the body fit, but one should not eat for luxury. Dhruva Maharaj is an acharya, and by undergoing severe austerities and penances, he teaches us how one should execute devotional service. We must carefully know the process of Dhruva Maharaj's service. How severely he passed his days will be shown in later verses. We should always remember that to become a bona fide devotee of the Lord is not an easy task, but in this age, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, it has been made very easy. But if we do not follow even the liberal instructions of Lord Chaitanya, how can we expect to discharge our regular duties in devotional service? It is not possible in this age to follow Dhruva Maharaj in his austerity, but the principles must be followed. We should not disregard the regulative principles given by our spiritual master, for they make it easier for the conditioned soul. As far as our ISKCON movement is concerned, we simply ask that one observe the 4 prohibitive rules, chant 16 rounds, and instead of indulging in luxurious eating for the tongue, simply accept prasad offered to the Lord. This does not mean that with our fasting, the Lord should also fast. The Lord should be given foodstuff which is as nice as possible. But we should not make it a point to satisfy our own tongues. As far as possible, we should accept simple foodstuff just to keep the body and soul together, to execute devotional service. It is our duty to remember always that in comparison to Dhruva Maharaj, we are insignificant. We cannot do anything like what Dhruva Maharaj did for self-realization because we are absolutely incompetent to execute such service. But by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, we have been given all concessions possible for this age. So, at least we should always remember that neglect of our prescribed duties in devotional service will not make us successful in the mission we have undertaken. It is our duty to follow in the footsteps of Dhruva Maharaj, for he was very determined we should also be determined to finish our duties in executing devotional service in this life. We should not wait for another life to finish our job. Srila Prabhupada ki. Very powerful message from Srila Prabhupada. Triratrante, kapita vadarashana, atma vriti anusharena, masang ninye archayam harim. Following in the instruction coming from his spiritual master, Narad Muni, Dhruva Maharaj, even at the age of 5 years old, he went to the forest to look for Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayan. Just imagine a 5-year-old boy going alone. It's already inconceivable. But because he is a Kshatriya, he was firm in his conviction. He was determined to some kind of like trying to prove that he can do it, that he can attain something which is seemingly very, very difficult to achieve. We're going to have a little bit of recap what's going on here. The Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as we've heard, he was always talking about these topics from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Dhruva Maharaj's pastime and also Prahlad Maharaj. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, 5-year-old, that age is very kind of like mystical. Prahlad Maharaj was also 5 years old when he was being tortured by his father, Hiranyakashipu. Same with the Char Kumaras, the 4 Kumaras. They look eternally like 5 years old, even though they're millions and millions of years old. Prabhupada says 5 years old, the consciousness start to develop. Up to 5 years old, the child can be permitted to do whatever he wished to do without being corrected. But then at the age of 5, the parents should give proper direction, what to do and what not to do. So Prahlad Maharaj was like that also. He told his friends, fellow demons, sons of the demons, now that this is like a young age, tender age, Komara Acharit Pragya, this is the best to be inquiring or going to the path of self-realization. But here, Dhruva Maharaj, we can see that he became insulted, not able to sit on the lap of his father, King Uttanapad, even though his mother, Queen Suniti, is also one of the wives of King Uttanapad. And Queen Suruchi pervaded him, saying, first you must be born from my womb, then you can sit on the lap of the king. So she forbade him, and as a Satriya, the Satriya's mood is that of having some prestige. They are having these qualities of bravery, and also having that not wanting to be insulted. This is Satriya mood. He's humble, but at the same time, he cannot be given like an insult. So Queen Suruchi says, if you want to be sitting on the lap of the king, maybe you should ask help from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She's not real devotee, but she has some devotion, giving direction how to solve this dilemma of Dhruva Maharaj. So she said, okay, if you want to solve this problem, you go and see. He's the only one who can help. And he was crying, he went home, and then he lodged the complaint to his mother, Queen Suniti, and Suniti also came to that position where they're both not feeling very good. Because in a sense, Suniti also was being put on the side by the king. He did not value Queen Suniti. And therefore, Dhruva Maharaj asked, how can I do this? How can I avenge? I cannot take this insult. So Queen Suniti says, well, I've heard from the sages and the holy men that you can find the Supreme Lord in the forest. So somehow, he was given a permission to go to the forest by the mother because he was very determined. His conviction is so great that he cannot be stopped by the mother. And along the way, he says that Narad Muni heard that this is what's going on. King Uttanapad did not let also, and same with Suruchi, let the Dhruva to sit on his lap. And then he started to inquire, what is your purpose? Why are you coming to the forest? Is there anything I can help you with? And even though Narad Muni knew the intention of Dhruva Maharaj, because he is Trikalagya, pure devotee of the Lord, they know past, present, and the future. They're gifted by the Supreme Lord, Paramatma, within their heart to understand the situation. It's like Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada also, being a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, he knows past, present, and future. Up to a certain extent, Prabhupada says, the spiritual master, they know only what Krishna would want them to know. Up to a certain extent. So, Narad Muni tried to dissuade, trying to give different ways how Dhruva Maharaj should not continue, because he's just a young boy. Dhruva Maharaj's main purpose is to see the Lord and ask from him how to solve this problem. And Narad Muni says, no, you're just a young boy. It's very, very delicate, very risky, very, so many wild animals there. You're not going to survive. Maybe when you get older, yes, you can do it. But now you better go back home. Go to mama. A 5-year-old boy. So, no, he's very determined. He says, well, if you're not going to help me, then get out of the way. I'll go continue. It's like the gopis also. Similarly, they want to search for Lord Krishna and seeing Lord Narayan along the way, and they're asking, "Have you seen Krishna?" This is no, that is Krishna himself, though. Lord Narayan, 4-arm form, Krishna. No, but if you cannot help, then you also get out of the way. They're not interested. So, the same way, Dhruva Maharaj was like this. He said, if you cannot help me, then no, I was still gonna go. Keep going. So now, Narad Muni was again, because of his test, the determination of Dhruva Maharaj, no one can stop him. Then he gave him the formula. How, when you go to the forest, this is the process. And it will invoke the mercy, blessings from the Lord. And soon enough, you will have darshan of the Lord. So this determination of Dhruva Maharaj is very important, especially for us who are practicing devotees. Sadhakas, we have to be also determined in the execution of bhakti. We've heard from the purport, this is very difficult to attain how Dhruva Maharaj performed his tapasya, his austerity. Austerity, sacrifice, and charity should not be given up. This is what the Bhagavad Gita says. But this austerity of Dhruva Maharaj, Prabhupada says in one of the purports that a devotee also can have material desire. This is not in the pure state. A devotee can have a material desire, and if Krishna provides, he will accept. But he should not be hankering so much, over endeavoring, that he'll become, you may say, discouraged, that he will give it up. So in the execution of bhakti, it's the same thing. We have to perform austerities because one should be determined ultimately to attain love of God. The determination of a devotee is that only in this process of bhakti I will become completely be happy. No other process that will make me happy. Only by serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His pure devotees, then I can be completely be satisfied. This is determination. So in the execution of bhakti, Srila Prabhupada has given us the process also, like getting up early in the morning, Mangalartik. For the brahmacharis who are staying at the temple, then we get up by 4 a.m. For the grihastas who live at home with their family members, then maybe they can have a little bit of leeway and they can get up by 5 a.m. to also execute the process of sadhana bhakti, worshipping the deities at home. And also one must chant the holy name of the Lord attentively. So, but here we've heard Tri Ratrante, that every third day, this is the austerity now, the first austerity, because within 6 months, Dhruva Maharaj had darshan of the Lord. How fortunate. Within 6 months. For the conditioned souls like us, it may take millions of lifetimes. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when we are also observing his disappearance day, yeah, only when one becomes convinced and he became disgusted that this place, this material world is not the right place for me, then he'll take up the Krishna consciousness seriously. No otherwise. That's why we've been asked sometimes, hey, how come others take it up seriously? Or how come others take immediately the process of devotional service and others, they don't have any clue. It's like here in the city of New York, how many millions of people? 15 million? 10 million? 8 million? 9 million? Delhi has 20 million. Double. How many are really looking towards to see Krishna? How many are really become convinced that this place is not a place for a gentleman? Huh? Not many. Mahatma, some Mahatma Sudurlava. So Dhruva Maharaj, every third day, he will only eat fruits and berries, which is not even fit to be eaten by human beings, even monkeys. Really, Prabhupada says, even monkeys. Or it's eaten by the monkeys. Because I've seen in Vrindavan, monkeys, they eat anything, everything. Even, like flies. Like right now is rainy season. It's going to be rainy season. There's going to be a lot of flies. Normally the monkeys are vegetarians. But sometimes we see in Vrindavan, because there's so many flies, it's fly season, rainy season, they will also eat the flies. They eat anything and everything as long as they will be able to survive. So, yes, if I may, I will mention also the different food or this austerity. Food is specifically mentioned here in the purport by Srila Prabhupada. We were talking about yesterday. Usually it's like an open house, craving all the time to have. That is the danger. That's a dangerous food or prasadam.